Am I the asshole for not wanting to lend out my dress to stranger? I, 29F, pre-ordered a summer dress in Jan/February from an independent designer, 20ish F, online in another country. She accepted around 20 orders at that time and welcomed my minor alternation for the design. I paid in full upfront. It was expected to be done around August, as mine had more deviation from the original. So in my head, it is more of custom design. I asked for update in August, and she said it will be ready in 2 weeks, i.e. around September. I had no issue with the delay since I knew it was handmade slowly. Afterwards I saw her posted my dress in September. I can recognize from the color and the design, but no update on shipment. I thought maybe it wasn't ready. Then today, October 7th, she posted a video of her being interviewed and put my dress on someone else for photographing. I emailed her about the dress, and she told me it was ready, but she decided for it to be featured in the interview before posting to me. I am quite upset about the lack of consent. My thought is, 1. It is her creation/design as much as it is my property. It is not some dress on the rack in H&M. I paid for it in full before it was even made. 2. I didn't pay to dress someone else up. I paid to wear it myself. Why would I share wardrobe with strangers? If it was a friend/family, I would have no problem sharing. But I do not know the interviewer who wore the dress. 3. I do not benefit from this at all. The only thing I got is delay. 4. The lack of consent made me feel uncomfortable and disrespected as someone who supported her with actual money and actions. The risk of someone else staining/damaging the dress is small but does exist. Do you think I own the dress? Am I the asshole who think just because I paid I owned it all? Or do I only own it after it is shipped? Do I possess the right to say no if she'd asked beforehand? What are you thought? Not the asshole. Once you paid in full for a made-to-order item, that specific dress stopped being her property. It's not like borrowing a sample off a rack. It was a commission piece. She absolutely should have asked before putting it on someone else, even for marketing. Honestly, I think I'd be okay with it if it wasn't already 2 months past the promise date. Like I get you gotta advertise your work, and you have to do that with someone's clothes, but she made you wait even longer for a dress you were supposed to have in summer while it's well into fall because she decided to use your dress without permission. Edit. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. If the designer wanted to show off the dress she made, she should have used a mannequin. Not the asshole. The dress was paid in full. It was yours, just not in your possession. She should have asked your permission. You're definitely not the asshole. Your reaction makes total sense. You paid in full for what was basically a custom piece, not a sample or loaner. Once she accepted your payment, that dress was ethically yours, even if she still had it in hand. Using it for a public interview or photo shoot without asking you first really crosses a professional boundary. It's not about the delay, it's about consent and communication, which are the basics in client-artist relationships. You're absolutely justified in being upset. A polite but firm message like, I understand you wanted to feature your work, but this piece was a custom order I paid for in full. I would have appreciated being asked before it was used for promotion. Please let me know when it will be shipped. Would be perfectly reasonable. I would just say to her that you're sure she will have the dress cleaned before sending it to you, since someone else wore it. But my bigger concern, and what is really lousy on her part, is that she keeps delaying the shipment, and did so that she could include it in a photo shoot and without notifying you. That's ridiculous. You say she is a new designer. Clearly doesn't get how things work. After you receive the dress, I would include that in the review. Am I the asshole for having a raunchy convo on my empty rooftop pool? My friends and I were having a virtual girls' night on FaceTime, and my one friend was with me in person. We decided to sit on the rooftop by the pool by one of the grills. We were completely by ourselves on the roof, and it was night time. Well, halfway through our FaceTime, a guy came onto the rooftop and sat in our couch area directly next to us, with wine and chicken to grill on the grill. It was kind of an odd choice because there's a second grill on the roof on the other side and 2 additional grills on the ground floor in another area. We were having girl talk, talking about hookups. Our friend has a new crush basic girl convo, and then we brought up Taylor Swift's new album, and my friend said, "Oh, have you guys listened to Wood? It's apparently about Travis Kelce's penis." And we all started laughing, and I said, "No way. Would like WOOD or WOULD?" And the man turned around and said, "Excuse me, this is a public space. Can you not talk about that in front of me?" We were confused and looked at him and asked why would he sit next to us. And yes, it's a public space, we can talk how we please. He continued to scold us, and said our conversation was not ladylike, and he didn't want to hear about sex talk. Some more info: the conversations were PG-13 for the most part, and pretty quick. I think the most illicit thing that was said was hope to get DCKD down, which is raunchy, but again we were completely alone, and he sat on the couch directly next to us, and used the grill that we were sitting at. So am I the asshole? His intentions for grilling next to you are questionable. Maybe there was a good reason you weren't aware of, like the other grill being worse or broken, etc. But still, what you said was pretty tame for an adult to overhear. Not the asshole. Obviously, this man lost his penis in a series of increasingly unlikely, but nonetheless tragic accidents involving the other grills. Poor guy came to the one remaining grill that hadn't yet maimed him, and you talked about a penis song which understandably set him off. Not the asshole. Should have made him very uncomfortable and started talking about your periods in exact detail. A grown-ass man said this? Perhaps he just wanted to get involved in your conversation. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Generic sad man trying to police other people. I'm old, so I'm in the minority here. Why are you FaceTiming your friends in a public area? That shit is both rude and annoying AF. No one wants to hear that. Am I the asshole for refusing to change dinner plans for my husband's birthday? Throwaway account, because I have a few of my husband's family members on here, and I'd rather not start unnecessary drama if I'm the problem. Context. My MIL is overbearing, and my husband's younger brother is her favorite. When brother-in-law married SIL, he started pulling away from my husband's side of the family. He and his wife gravitated towards her family more, to the point of everyone just knowing they won't attend his side of the family's events if her side has anything going on at or around the same time. I don't think my MIL likes this, so she overcompensates. Everyone has just grown accustomed of this over the years, and no one argues, complains, or says anything about it. No one else cares because we understand that everyone involved is an adult and can choose where they want to be and who they want to surround themselves with. While we would like for them to attend things, we ourselves cannot always attend events due to work or not feeling well, so we don't push the issue on things the same way MIL does. Now on to the issue at hand. While all 6 of us were hanging out, I announced that I had ordered a custom cake and would be making reservations for husband's birthday. I gave them the exact date and time that I would be making the reservation, which was a month's notice at this point. My SIL told me she had a family member who had something possibly going on that day, but she wasn't sure if it was still happening or not. I told her it was okay either way, and that we hope she can make it, but no big deal if not. No one said anything else for about 3 weeks after that, except for acknowledging the formal restaurant reservation I texted out. A little less than a week before the dinner is set to happen, my MIL reaches out and asks if we can completely reschedule for the weekend after, because my brother-in-law and SIL had something going on that day and wouldn't be able to make it. She made sure to emphasize that it would just be nice to have everyone together. I got annoyed immediately. Not only had we discussed that there were overlapping plans, and we understood if SIL/BAL couldn't make it, in front of MIL mind you, but this is not the first time she has made comments about everyone being together when BIL/SIL couldn't make an event. However, when my husband or I cannot make something due to not feeling well or having to work, there is never a suggestion of rescheduling. Instead, we are met with comments telling us we are disappointing certain people. I asked my husband what he wanted to do, since it's his birthday. He said he would talk to her and tell her we were not changing plans. He told me it hurts his feelings when she does things like this, and everyone just says we are overreacting. So are we overreacting? Are we in the wrong for being annoyed with my MIL and refusing to reschedule the birthday celebration to include everyone? My MIL reaches out and asks if we can completely reschedule for the weekend after because my brother-in-law and SIL had something going on that day. This is gross. Still favoring one son over the other. I wouldn't change a thing to accommodate her entitled attitude. Not the asshole. Sure, we can reschedule your son's birthday. Do you want it on your birthday or BIL's? But seriously, not the asshole. Your poor husband. That would be super upsetting to anyone to know your mother favors your brother over you. Take him out to do something he really enjoys, just the 2 of you. He needs to be made to feel special. Not the asshole rescind all their invitations and make it a dinner for 2. Not the asshole. You gave everyone a month's notice, and even said it was fine if brother-in-law and SIL couldn't make it. Your MIL's just trying to keep her golden boy happy. It's your husband's birthday, not a family summit. Not the asshole. There's no reason to reschedule. They can attend or not. Not the asshole. Yes, it would be nice if everyone were together, but SIL once again decided to make her family the priority, so that won't happen. If you are that bothered, then you should speak to SIL about this pattern of behavior. There is no point in addressing it with us. We gave her notice of the plans a month earlier. Am I the asshole for not supporting my friend's AI music career? So a friend of mine likes to make music. She used to write her own music and lyrics and play them on a guitar. She has always been alright at both, but never brilliant, which didn't matter because we were only jamming among friends. It was fun. I myself like to sing but also consider myself okay, rather than actually talented. About half a year ago, she discovered some AI music tool which you can feed with prompts and lyrics, and it'll spit out whatever genre and style you like with AI-generated instruments and vocals. I explained to her that I'm a little uneasy with the idea because it takes away from the creative process and craftsmanship of making music, but I didn't press the issue because I thought it was just for fun. Now though, she fancies the songs she's created with the AI so much that she started a campaign for them. She's published an album on Spotify and advertises for it on Insta. She wants me to share her posts and support her music career. I don't want to do that. Does that make me a bad friend? Not the asshole. AI slop has no place in creative roles/hobbies and will only devalue those with actual skill. Use in any other role that's not creative, all for it. But music, art, AI should be shunned. No, absolutely not the asshole. She's using plagiarized slop and pushing it off as something real. She's lucky you're still friends with her. Not the asshole. There's also evidence that using AI tools to generate your art actively erodes talent, and I'm honestly shocked how fast that happens. Even writing simple emails seems like a Sisyphean task to people now who've been having a chatbot do it for mere months. So her guitar talent, I wouldn't be shocked if it just disappeared. This is all ignoring the fact her AI music is an amalgamation of stolen work stitched together without purpose. Rant aside, no, you don't need to cheerlead every friend's obnoxious decisions. She created nothing and should be embarrassed. Not the asshole. I'm an author and I abhor Gen AI. It's theft and it is soulless. I don't know that helping someone cheat on a test would make you a good friend. It's basically the same thing. Taking the talent they were developing and watching them flush it down the toilet to take the easy way. AI music is surprisingly good, so I'm sure it's attractive, but the second people hear it's AI, there is pushback. I have a friend who started an AI image business after trying to be an artist. All sympathy and support went out the window. If I can do it by typing in a prompt, it is valueless.